Righto, so in this question we're looking for the coordinates as to do with a tangent line, and it's to do with the tangent line making an angle of 45 degrees with the positive direction of the x-axis, or with it being parallel to another line. So in both cases to do with the gradient, and so straight away I'm going to calculate the gradient as dy dx equals 3x squared minus 5. Now, to do part A, we want to make an angle of 45 degrees with the positive direction of the x-axis. You might know that an angle of 45 degrees means it has a gradient of 1, because it would rise 1 for every one that it runs across, but we can also prove that by saying that m equals tan theta, so going back to that old rule. In this case, theta is 45 degrees, because it's the angle with the positive direction of the x-axis, and if you remember your exact values, you know that tan of 45 degrees is just equal to 1. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the gradient equation equal to 1. So I'm going to say that 3x squared minus 5 equals 1. And from here we just need to solve this, so I'm going to take away 1 on both sides. So 3x squared minus 6 equals 0. I might just divide both sides by 3 to make it a bit nicer, so x squared minus 2 equals 0. That means that x squared equals 2, and so x equals plus or minus the square root of 2. So that's giving me two coordinates, okay, two x values where it has an angle of 45 degrees. And based on that, I now need to find out what the y coordinates would be. So when x equals root 2, the equation was y equals x cubed minus 5x. So that becomes y equals the square root of 2 cubed, take away 5 times square root of 2. Well, the square root of 2 cubed is going to be 2 root 2. Reason for that is square root of 2 times square root of 2 is just 2, and then multiply that by the square root of 2, which gives you 2 root 2. And that's minus 5 root 2. So 2 root 2 take away 5 root 2 is negative 3 root 2. This gives us the coordinates of root 2 and negative 3 root 2. And likewise, when x equals negative root 2, I suspect that this will be something similar. So y will equal negative root 2 cubed, and then minus 5 times negative root 2. So negative root 2 cubed is negative 2 root 2. The negative and negative here is going to make it plus, and then 5 root 2, giving the value of 3 root 2. So this gives us the coordinates of negative root 2 and 3 root 2. Nice bit of sort of symmetrical nature to that one. So that was the first one. Now I think I'm going to run out of time in this video, so I might actually just stop this one here and I'll start the next one and continue on with the example.